Hey, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. What's good? What's good, everybody? I want to show you guys how I have three exhaust fans running. I have two running, um, so I have one sucking the heat from the bottom of the tent, one sucking the heat out through the top with a carbon filter, and then I have one inside the tent just circling the air just to have an extra one in there, but two do ventilate. And I also have two controllers to keep track of both, two different areas, because I have one, the little sensors that hanging on the canopy, and then I have one hanging low. So we have two of these, and I can adjust the fans. And also having a calendar is going to really help, guys, having a little calendar. But this VisaSun, is really nice. It's really simple to operate. It has manual, it has programmable. And I got this a couple years when it came out. It's working great for me. Like I said, I just use it to run my fans, my exhaust fans. And so I have, a bunch of fans running when the heat gets really hot. Controlling the environment. Right now we're at 82 and 51% humidity. All that does is, control the tent a little more. I can lower a fan at the bottom, and when I lower, like, I'll hit this button here, and then I'll lower the fan, and then that will suck less, moist air out of the bottom of the tent. If you guys are picking that up, what I'm putting down. Then the top one's hooked up to the controller that automatically turns on when the humidity gets high. And that's basically, how we do it. And let's check out some clips from the past. And I hope you guys are enjoying the live stream. If you pop in early or late, slide through, say what's up. All right, let's get into some stuff that we did in the past. And we'll talk about how we amend the soil and lighting. We're going to talk about environment, everything today. Environment, soil, lighting, stuff like that. Show you guys how I made some crab and bone meal. You guys go back on the other videos. But we do have the exhaust fan exhausting. So we have one of these that has two fans hooked up to it, and one is exhausting out the bottom of the tent, and we also have one exhausting out the top of the tent. And we have three exhaust fans running. We have the one that has the Cloud 9 controller by the AC Infinity, which when it gets too humid, she cranks up and, she'll sense the humidity getting high. And then this one I have running, I'll show you guys. The VisaSun is to use the fan at the bottom of the tent. So what I do is I have down here all the way down to the bottom, I have like an AC duct. And this duct is sucking any humid air that sits around the bottom of the tent. Then I also have one at the top of the tent doing the same thing with a carbon filter, sucking out the humidity or whatever, sucking out the dirty air. So we have two exhaust. Then I have a fan, and then I have another duct fan at the top just circulating air. But and then I can adjust this. If I want to take this hose and like put it in like this area, like right here, I'll put it here to suck moisture. Anything that's moist in here, there won't be like a moist spot. So I'll put it, like, lay it there, and then it will suck moisture out. But that's what I use, especially during, the heat season. And like I said, we do have a VisaSun smart controller with everything on it. And this does make it a lot easier to have a duct fan, a fan running, and then I can still have the AI controller or the controller 69 running, which turns on when the humidity gets too, hot. So that's what we're messing with right now, getting all the temperature right. We're looking good. We're looking really good. What's good, everybody? How's everybody doing today? I am Green Giant Podcast. We're talking about humidity and just dialing in your atmosphere and how to run your duct fans and how I run one duct fan at the bottom with some VPD just to get a little more air and circulation on the bottom of the tent. So I was explaining earlier that if you have a carbon filter running out and sucking out the smell through the exhaust, you should probably have one of your bottom vents, which is what they're used for, having some more VPD or two duct fans, one sucking moisture out the bottom of the fan, at the bottom of the tent through the fan with a dial. One of the adjustable ones are better because if you have it too high, AC Infinity makes one with a dial. That's a really good one. They're really affordable, and you can use that to dial in your atmosphere and to, like, suck a little humidity out, leave a little humidity in, and that's the way I do it. It works great. I posted a little video in the beginning of this if you guys want to go check it out, talking about it. And all that really is doing is keeping some circulation and stopping from, microclimates building up in the bottom of your floor, middle of the tent, underneath the leaves, wherever. It will control that microclimate because you're going to have VPD from the bottom of the tent and the top. What's good, everybody? Thanks for stopping by. Working on your atmosphere is going to be really hard. I've noticed that over the season it's getting hotter. Depending where you live at, everybody is in a different climate. During this time of the year, there's so much humidity in the air, moisture, heat. You begin to get, lockout. Seedlings get, they get dampened off. They end up falling over. And it's too much stress when you're losing good genetics, and just even when you're growing food and farming outside and you're losing your crops, it can really hurt you. And that's why there's certain times of the year where you should be planting certain strands too that are more adjustable towards the heat, and ones that want to grow in the cooler atmosphere. For instance, you know how they say you plant your lettuce in the beginning of the year. Well, that's almost opposite with certain types of herbs that like the cold, that they can go in the ground when they're warm and flower when it gets cold. And I've learned that over farming over time and time again. Putting my tomatoes out super early, harvesting them super early with the cucumbers is better. Zucchini, if you don't get them in too early, you're going to have powdery mildew. Got to have them in early when it's still cold. Soon as the 80s come, it ruins the vegetable crop. And that works vice versa for different plants. Towards the end of the year, you can start growing okra, things that can handle the heat more. And I suggest you look in the area what plants grow more comfortably in your atmosphere where you're at, because certain strands of plants will grow definitely a lot better in a controlled atmosphere or in the atmosphere it's designed to grow in. Yo, what's good? Thanks for stopping, guys. Thanks for stopping through, checking out the show, seeing what's good, everybody. What's good? We're also going to be making like some more bone meal. I'm going to show you guys how I make the bone meal, crab meal, lobster meal. Instead of buying a bag of lobster meal, you're going to end up saving some lobster shells, crab shells. Sounds odd, but you can wash them, dry them in the sun, take the bones, dry them for about a month in the sun, crush them up with the oyster shells, crab shells, and feed your plants. if you guys want to see those videos, how I make the oyster shells and the bone meal, you can go back in some of the live streams, and I have a couple of videos of me making the bone meal and oyster meal, crab meal out of a bunch of scraps and waste. Really simple, and it continues to feed. It will prevent calcium lockout. It will help you a lot. Or thank you guys for sliding through. Hope everybody has a great night. Cheers, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thank you for showing up. All right, everybody. Peace out. It's been a long day. It's hot. Time to rest and enjoy the rest of my weekend. Hope you guys are watching some of the videos. If you're watching this after the stream, please leave a comment. Support is free. See you guys watching, and make sure you're leaving comments. Let's go. Everybody have a great week. Growers, gromies. Peace out. Nothing good's going to be easy. Nothing easy's going to be good. So keep on pushing on what you do and what makes you happy. Peace out, everybody.